Hi ghouls, welcome back to Freaky Flick Friday. Here's a list of the horror movies releasing for the third week of September, where you could watch them. So let's talk horror. Released on the 16th on Screambox is A Mother's Embrace. This survival horror takes place in 1996 in Rio de Janeiro during a tropical storm. Anna and her firefighting team must go to evacuate a nursing home, but soon find out that its residents have other plans for this storm. Also released on the 16th on video on demand is Just Breathe. This is starring Kyle Gallner, and he is playing Nick Bianco, who has just been released from prison, and he's heading straight towards the love of his life. Only problem is she has a new admirer who happens to be his parole officer. Released today on Hoopla is The Exile. This is set in 1960s Bengal, and a man is tormented by guilt and grief after the tragic loss of his wife. He sets out to the mysterious woods to confront his past and a looming supernatural menace. Released in limited theaters today is Dirty Boy. Raised in an oppressive cult, a reclusive schizophrenic finds out that he is being framed for ritualistic murders by its cult leaders. And now, to prove his innocence, he must save the next victim and destroy the cult from within. Released today in limited theaters and video on demand is Compulsion. A young woman visits her stepfather's villa only to be roped into a con artist's cover-up. After a series of violent murders, detectives are closing in, exposing secrets and truths that she didn't know about. Released today on Shudder is Night of the Reaper. After a babysitter is brutally murdered in a quiet, sleepy town, college student Deanna finds herself also at a babysitting gig. At the same time, the sheriff begins receiving pieces of evidence on videotape showing that this isn't an isolated incident, and he goes on a hunt trying to figure out who exactly it is. Released today in theaters is Jordan Peele's newest film, Him. Cameron Cade's whole life has been about football, and now he's an up-and-coming quarterback star. But when an encounter with an unhinged fan leaves him with a potential career-ending injury, all hope seems to be lost. While his idol Isaiah offers to train him at his isolated compound, as Cam's potential begins to grow, Isaiah's hidden agenda begins to unveil a more sinister reason behind it. Those are the horror movies releasing for the third week of September. Like always, I'll have the full list over on my Letterboxd for you to check out. Be sure to check out my Freaky Flick Friday playlist for any horror movie releases that you may have missed. And I'll be back next week with all new horror movies that are releasing. But until then, stay gruesome, ghouls.